Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Euler.
And I'm Ashley Glass, and for Wendy tonight, thanks for joining us. Two different focuses happening right now in St. Pete. Family and friends mourning the death of 3 teenage girls after crashing a stolen car into a pond, while the Pinellas County Sheriff and Police Chief, they're focusing on a way to stop a rise in car thefts by teens. The sheriff calls it an epidemic. ABC Action News reporter Sarah Rosario joins us live now with more on why there's a call for tougher punishments. Sarah?
Well, Jamison, the sheriff says this would have been the girls' 8th time stealing a car. And as we can see, their plan to get away here through the cemetery sadly ends here in tragedy. And now the goal is to prevent other teens from the same fate.
We've got to do something to stop. We've got to come up with some type of law that's going to hold these kids. Because if they know they get arrested on Monday and they may just stay there for a couple hours, they're going to go out and do it again.
Teens stealing cars, committing robberies, and running from cops. The sheriff and police chief saying it's a dangerous combination plaguing Pinellas County for more than a year. Sadly, Thursday's deaths of 2 15-year-olds and a 16-year-old crashing a stolen car into a St. Pete pond are renewing efforts to stop the trend.
3's too many, 2's too many, because that child made a mistake. But now we got to say we got to do something.
The culprits, we're told, are teenagers in South St. Pete. The sheriff saying they're responsible for more than half of the 2,779 car thefts last year alone. Today, family and friends holding a car wash for the teens' funeral expenses, saying the change officers are trying to bring to South St. Pete isn't working.
They're not doing anything for the kids. I don't see them doing that for the kids, but chasing them and having them kill themselves.
Deputies say they weren't chasing the teens when they drove into the pond and did everything they could to save them. Now the plan is to prevent future crimes by teaching the teens about the consequences. But Laisha Cummings, who knew one of the girls killed Thursday, says that's not what these teens need.
If you make more activities for them, give them jobs. You guys not giving them jobs. You got to go through all this for a job. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
The teens arrested will spend more time with Community Intervention Director Ken Irby. He's meeting with families, offering programs for kids to get them on the right track.
The focus on education, the focus on entrepreneurship, and the focus on enrichment and / second chances.
But second chances can only go so far. The chief says after a kid is arrested for a 3rd time, he or one of his officers will be in court with the judge to decide what punishment comes down. And while teens are to blame, adults are partly too, because 85% of the cars taken were left unlocked. Reporting live in St. Petersburg, Sarah Rosario, ABC Action News.